joining us in studio for the first half of our show here are Maximo and Godcloud from, where are you guys from?
UPW.
Yes,
UPW. And they're in studio, and they're wanting to let people know about the KDW Presents Christmas Chaos at Pineapple Jack's. And the only side note I got here on my one sheet to that is smoking is allowed.
So for anybody who doesn't know what any of that means, these guys are wrestlers. They wrestle like not Greco-Roman style, right?
No,
you guys are like the
We're professional
WWE.
wrestlers.
We're professional wrestlers, like
Yeah.
WWE.
Yes.
Like professional, like it's your job.
Yes.
Indeed. Not so much mine anymore. I'm out with injury. I'm actually going to be returning as an announcer.
I heard you say before
So-
we got started that you had the curve taken out of your neck.
Ow?
Yeah, but
Forcibly?
you know what? For
Did you opt for
reasons, legally, let's not get too much into that.
We will not get too much into that at all. I just have never heard anybody refer to that
as
that. It was a very, I'm going to use that. I'm going to find a way to use that.
Yeah, man.
But not right now,
But
I guess.
Possibly, maybe something like that happened, and I can't lock up anymore for right now. But I'm gonna get on that mic, and I'm gonna shout out my guys.
Do some mouth
There you go.
So if you have to, the long run arc here, if you have to, is promoter.
Oh, indeed.
You know what I
Indeed.
mean? Absolutely.
like,
you don't
I've
have
got-
to get hurt to be ringside.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like I've got my foot in a lot of things. I'm producing a wrestling show, comes on late night on CW 130. I don't want to do a conflict of interest thing here, so
We don't have any interest. There's no conflict.
All right, well, check out IWF on Saturday night, CW 130. Godcloud Audio Visuals is the executive producer there, and I'm doing music and editing for the show. Check that out. But yeah, again, I want to keep it on UPW, and we got Christmas Chaos coming up tomorrow, right, Maximo?
That's right. It's tomorrow night. I get banged around a lot.
Way to be, man.
What goes on at Christmas Chaos?
It's gonna be live action. It's about average 8 matches, and it's just nonstop action from beginning all the way to the end.
Is it? It's so I gotta be full honest with you guys. I haven't watched wrestling in years and years and years.
Okay.
I didn't know Rochester had a local wrestling scene.
Really?
And the station was like, "Do you guys want to interview these guys?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely." I had no idea, but I mean, it sounds like a good time. Is it family friendly?
Oh,
Yes,
of
it
course.
is.
Yeah, bring the kids.
Absolutely,
Kids get
bring
into
the
it.
kids,
The way I say
yes.
it, there's a little bit of for everybody.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
You're gonna leave with something.
Is it as showy as what you would see on TV? Like, is there showboating and are you characters?
There are some characters.
Yeah, of course. There's definitely pageantry. That's part of professional wrestling. You
Yeah.
gotta have the athleticism. And
There's always going to be.
I'm getting too hype here.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good, man. I like the
I'm getting
energy.
hype about it. Yeah.
There's
man.
always going to be somebody that gravitates your attention to them.
Okay. Now, Maximo, you currently wrestle.
Yes.
Are you? Would you say a heel or a face, or am I just going way too hard on the knowing anything at all about wrestling?
No. You're right.
I'm glad you tried to convince yourself and the audience.
Hey man, there's two
Haven't
things
watched
I
it
know.
in 10 years.
Well, at UPW, I am currently a babyface.
Okay,
But
wow, is that like a subset of face? I mean, you do have kind of a baby face thing going on.
I'm a good guy.
Okay,
I'm a good guy.
all right.
I get along with everybody.
Is that like a prerequisite of because I'm pretty sure in the wrestling world, you got people who are faces, but are everybody's yo, I don't want to hang out with that dude at
Oh, yeah,
all. That's
definitely.
got to be a thing.
Definitely.
And you got heels that are outside of, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay.
it seems like you would have heels who are characters who
Yeah,
are
who
bad
are nice
guys in the
guys.
wrestler,
Yeah.
who outside are yo, man, you want to grab a beer? And you're absolutely, I would love to grab a beer
Well,
with you.
that's everybody though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, when you pick
Everybody.
a character, I mean, I know for in the WWE, I know The Rock was a heel at first, and he's such a lovable Disney character these days,
Right, right.
Sure. Sometimes the fans can kind of push whether, that one way or the other, you know what I'm saying? Just like you were saying, The Rock started off as, a bad guy, but the fans love that bad guy. They love that bad boys, and they kind of start to push them into the face realm, more or less,
You think that was I guess it probably was the fans, probably a pretty organic change.
And this will show you exactly how long it's been since both of us watched. The same thing happened with Steve Austin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Stu was supposed to be the perfect heel, but everyone loved him so
Yeah.
much
Right.
that
Because
they had to face him.
once again, the character gravitated to them and they can relate to it. So that's all it is.
And then that shows exactly how long it's been since I watched. Was pretty much the Attitude Era of WWF at the time.
Right.
Still.
Yes.
But I did know a little bit more about the local wrestling scene. Not to say much more, but I knew we had one. I knew it was fairly big around here. The wrestler, Stacey, do you remember the wrestler Taz? He came up at the end of probably when you were watching.
I think kind of.
He was a Rochester guy.
Oh, all right.
Where are you guys from?
I'm originally from New York City. I moved up here not too well.
Moved to Rochester to make it big. I understand.
That's where you go.
We get a lot of
Make it here,
transplants.
you can make it.
I'll be
something.
Pretty much everywhere
How that
else.
goes,
I'll be
yeah.
honest. My mama made me move here.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's a better reason than most, actually. I was going to say as good as any, but it's better than most. And so I assume you guys grew up watching wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys were WWF, WWE fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then maybe some of the younger, like ECW. You guys
Oh
were
yeah.
ECW fans.
I used to stay up late at
Oh,
night
yeah,
just to
of
see
course.
that.
Yeah.
Because
I
back
believe that.
then
Past
it was like
bedtime.
at 2-3 in the morning they were playing.
Yeah, because they were cutting themselves wide open,
Right, but
defecating
it
on
was
the stage.
it was
and
on
things.
the it was like a religious channel that I think would come on. It was like a
That makes
Christian
sense.
station. It'd be like "Peace be to you," and then it's like Sandman goring people. I'm like, whoa, like this is awesome.
So what throughout that process makes you grow up and say, hey, I really want to beat the ever-loving crap out of myself? For fun, I just want to go out and take bumps.
Well,
What
I didn't-
makes you say that?
I didn't think that. I was just gonna say I'm gonna be the best. Nobody's gonna beat me.
Oh,
Which,
okay.
When you get in the ring, it's
Seems reasonable.
Not, it's
Yeah,
not what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I still feel like even if you win, you take bumps. Like,
Oh
of
yeah,
course,
a
of
lot.
course.
I don't know
A
how
lot.
good that logic was.
Yeah, it's a lot of bumps, man. You never get used to it.
How do you get started? Like, because let's say I'm like, I want
Come to
to
the
school.
school.
wrestling. How do I do that?
Don't do it, Stacey.
I'm not going to do that.
Come down, definitely come down.
Right now,
Yeah.
We are
it's all
old,
over social
Stacey.
media. So if you go to at UPW Rock on Twitter or
What is it? 20 Box Art Street?
Upstate Pro Wrestling on Instagram and Facebook, you can get all the information. And the school is on Box Art Street. So you can, and if you see any of us, like we on social media, we're always promoting.
Mhm.
You can just send us a quick message, and we'll direct you right to the school, and they'll give you all the
Yeah, we'll give you a
information
link
that you
right
need.
away.
Right now, the head trainer is Colin Delaney, who at one time was at WWE. So you got a good trainer right there.
So I'm really curious about the process here. Like, so all right. So I find you guys on social media. I come down to the school. And I get picked up and thrown, and if I stand back up,
it's not. You're not gonna get like stomped out.
No.
I'll tell you what happened with me. My buddy Count. I saw him go up to the school and he posted on Facebook like, "Oh man, like, I took some bumps." I'm like, "Shoot, I want to try." So I went down and like I think I probably took maybe like just 20 back bumps and just getting clothesline and all that stuff. And they were like, "Oh, you got the hang of it." I'm like, "Oh, sweet," holding my neck. Can't
I got
turn
the hang of
whatever.
my neck
Yeah,
right now.
it's not like the pain goes away. Kinda, you get used to it, but like when you're in there getting
The best way
kicked
is
around,
once your
it's
adrenaline
good,
kicks
though.
in,
Yeah,
you don't feel nothing.
yeah,
Mhm.
And then when you get to the back and everything is done, the adrenaline goes out, you feel everything.
Oh, probably like a car accident every night. I mean, people.
Yes.
The
Close.
in-politic thing to say is like, oh, it's fake fighting. There's nothing. It's like it's not. You're.
Yeah, we're hitting
There's
each
no
other.
way to
There-
fake fall
I've been in
on
the
a
ring.
mat.
I've been
It's
in the
not
ring
fake,
with
it's
him.
predetermined, and those are
Yeah,
different things.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's-
Yes. And he's got that belt, which I had.
Oh
And
man.
now,
I
we
hit hard.
we can call this pageantry or whatever, but like I'm serious.
The
Like, I want-
physicality is
I
real.
want
Yeah.
that.
The physicality is
I
real.
want that.
But
back.
seriously, I'm going to smash you with that belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
and
going on.
Even the belt hurts. But no, there's a lot of physicality in it. I mean, yes, sometimes, there's some rough shots in there, and then there's some, we get hit all the time no matter what. And we are trained to get hit, but we get hit in safe spots where you're going to feel it, but there's no real damage.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get it?
Nobody's getting cold cocked.
Well, there's sometimes it does happen.
Yeah. Everybody, you're moving.
Right.
Or is it because like somebody like lost their temper in the ring?
Either
I imagine both.
Yeah, both. A
All
little,
right.
little both, but usually more of everything is going so
You're
fast.
moving and
The way we say is the nature of the beast. So you're gonna get hit.
yeah.
So when I broke in, I had to learn how to do Hindu squats and push-ups and sit-ups, and then they got us in the rings, and we learned how to take flat backs. Then we had to learn how to flip and all of that. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into before you can finally say, all right, I'm ready for a first match.
Canuter valve.
How long after you like I'm sure that there's a wide variability here, but like
It really
are we
depends.
talking like just is it on average like a month? Like I show up in a month, and if I
No.
like have some
I mean-
fighting.
Do you really want to know the truth to that?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't ask if I wanted to.
It's
Actually, give us both answers.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
lie first,
I'll tell
and
him,
then
you tell him.
a year. No. It's up to you.
when you think you're ready.
How much work you put in is what you're going to get. Everybody, the trainers and the promoters and management will all sit together and talk about it. Like, hey, is he ready to have a first match? And they will go either yes or no. So it's all depending on how much progress you make in the ring and how much work you put into
Yes. And the thing that separates, I think UPW and Kayfabe Dojo is that they're not going to let you go out there without proper training and be unsafe.
Right.
You're going to go out there and you're going to be able to perform and, wrestle.
Yeah, because you're not going to just hurt yourself,
Right,
or
and-
you could hurt the other
And
guy.
can
there,
hurt the other
there
guy.
are other, unfortunately, there are other companies, who don't actually consider that. They don't make sure that you are.
Yeah, just
safely
get out there,
trained.
kid. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
get
Yeah.
out there,
Go
kid.
get
You
him,
got
Peter
your, you got your
Parker.
Under Armour on, like sweet dude. It's like get out there, man.
Look at your super suit.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you suit up, boys?
I was
really
totally.
tight
I was.
clothes.
I was
It's not the
half
same.
hoping that you guys would show up in wrestling like attire.
It's
in wrestling
Oh, I have it
costume.
on underneath. It.
For me, it's too cold
These
for all
skinny
that.
jeans
Yeah.
are breakaway.
for the last week that I knew that we were going to be talking to you guys, I've just had the Mexican wrestler
Okay.
in my head. Just how much fun that would be in front of the microphone, muffling into the microphone.
I've wrestled under a mask, and trust
Oh,
me, it's
yeah.
not the easiest thing
Uh-huh.
to do.
I bet it's
bet.
not.
It's not.
That
It's-
sounds like a real handicap.
Holy
Yeah.
air
Oh, it
constriction.
is.
I
You can't-
may have fought
you
somebody
can't
in
see-
a mask.
yeah.
that looked like me at one point. I'm not sure.
You
though.
can't
Some
see
guy,
it.
I
You really
don't
can't
know.
breathe.
Yeah,
And if you're going fast, oh my god, it could get a little reckless.
yeah, and let that thing
Oh,
get a
yeah.
little crooked. And now you're
Yeah,
totally blind.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What? How often do you guys have events?
At you here?
Two questions. How often are there events, and how often do you participate in them?
UPW's been around for 15 years.
Yeah.
I've been on every single show.
Oh man,
And
you don't look old enough for that.
yeah, I started when I was about 17, turning 18.
Oh man,
So yeah.
you didn't waste any time. You're like,
No.
Mom, I'm moving to New York from New York City to Rochester. I'm gonna make it as a wrestler.
Well, I've seen the poster, and when I seen the poster, I'm like, well, it says wrestling. Let me check it out. And I read the name, and the main event was Danny Doran versus HC Loke, which, if you guys know, Danny Doran's from ECW, and he was my favorite guy. So I'm like, if he's here, this is the place to be.
Sure.
Checked it out. Talked to a couple of people to see who I had to talk to. Talked to the owner, who was running around yelling because the ring had broke.
Like owners do.
Yeah.
You know?
Went to the school, and I learned, and I went from there. As the events, we run events every 4 weeks.
Okay.
So
All right.
there's a show basically every month. Before, it was UPW and KDW. The way to think of it was UPW was WWE and KDW is NXT, where KDW was getting the up and coming guys ready for the big shows.
You guys like acronyms a lot more than me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how we all.
That's
talk.
how it's easier.
Yeah, it's so
And
many.
then
We're gonna
words.
take the UPW down the 1084
Yeah.
to the 1080 West.
Directions. We're like
So-
Siri.
It was Upstate Pro Wrestling and Kayfabe Dojo. Now
What's up,
in
B?
January we're merging it, and from January on it's just going to be everything is UPW.
That sounds a lot easier to remember. Will it be? Will there be like twice as many events, or is it just like is it not big enough? I don't mean not big enough, but like is it going to be twice as many events because it's two things, or were the two things already doing the events together?
Together, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So now after January it's just straight UPW.
And is it
12
always
shows, all UPW.
you're at Pineapple Jack's tomorrow for Christmas
Yes.
Chaos? That's at 4 p.m. If anybody would like to go, bring the kids. It's a great
Yes, it
Definitely
is,
so.
yes.
It's
And
gonna be an
remember,
awesome
you can
time.
smoke.
So bring the kids.
There's a separate area.
there's
It's
a
separate
separate
area.
area,
It's
yeah.
separate. It's separate.
What is it always there? Do you guys? Is it always Pineapple Jack's, or
I
is
think
it
it will
like?
be from now on, right?
For now on,
Proceeding
there's
Boy,
right
that's
now-
a good gig for them.
we worked something out where we're having most of the shows at Pineapple Jacks, and then for the bigger events like the anniversary show and the headlocks, we'll be going to a different venue.
Okay. Is there a venue? Is this like? Is it too soon to say what that venue is? I'm
As of right
curious,
now,
like
it's-
how reliable the venue is. So because like I think one of the things that like people who listen to our show who might be interested into this is like regularity and rememberability.
Oh no, everything is set. Contracts have been signed. We're there for like the next 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
So everything is either at Pineapple Jacks or the venue I believe is in Webster. I can't remember the name of the venue, but it's out in Webster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's only a couple of places out in Webster that are big
Yeah.
enough. I'm not going to name them because they didn't pay us.
Oh yeah. I mean,
We've done show in that venue before in Webster, and we've big crowds.
Yeah,
like
that
very
was the,
big crowds.
Zeb Coulter was there for that one.
Why you have to remind me? I swear I lost the belt.
Oh man.
Oh man, feelings.
Before I fail to get to the belt,
that I lost in front of me.
Well,
man.
I was the heavyweight champion at that time when Zeb Coulter came in, and I was in the main event versus Matic in a steel cage.
You guys had good run. That
He
was
killed me.
Can I see? Hold you. We have viewers watch us on Facebook Live. For the listeners, you can go to facebook.com/AirWreckRadio and check us out.
Oh, wow.
Check out this cool belt, man. Can I hold it?
Sure.
I'd like to hold that.
Yes, sure.
Now you brought it with you. Oh my God, it weighs a ton.
Yeah, imagine lifting that after you win the match.
A champion to
Imagine
carry it
getting
stage.
hit with that.
Oh, I've been hit in the head with this.
and it's got
It hurts.
icy hot
I bet.
all over it too.
Icy hot
Yeah.
baby oil, whatever
Yeah,
you can
right.
think of.
Now you brought
'em.
that with you, but I'm
What's up,
curious.
Rob
Do you
Sweet?
carry it with you everywhere? Or is it just because you were doing a wrestling related thing, like when you're at the grocery store?
No,
is that on
no.
your shoulder, like, yep, I'm the champ.
No, because then they're gonna try to fight me there, and then everybody's
And then
gonna
they
jump
think it's
in.
Oh,
anything
man,
goes
you got a lot-
anytime.
yeah,
You
there's-
can't
yeah.
take that out all the time.
Then I gotta worry about the little one running away. Like, no, stay here. But I'm still fighting this guy for the belt. Like, no.
That's bad parenting. Can't be defending titles.
No, right.
Yeah, we don't defend titles in 7B. Go to school.
What are the stakes like, if I may? Like,
They're tender and juicy.
with yeah. Nice wordplay. That was quick.
Delicious. That was pretty darn fast.
Yeah, man.
I got
What
jokes.
are the stakes in these matches? Like, do you win a purse, or is it like
There's always a winner's purse. This gets me more money.
okay, yeah? So that's what I'm asking is like you win a championship. It's a good prize.
Yeah, it's a good
Stacy's
fight.
trying to be polite to ask you how much money
How
you
much
guys
do you
make
make? No,
doing this.
that's not what I.